So what do I want to talk about? I want to go over that headache that you get all the time, right? Where people are telling you and saying to you, man, you need to stop eating out. You need to stop doing certain things that give you joy, and they're telling you to do. So let's address that and see who is this financial advisor that's supposed to be helping me. Who is he really working for? So let's look at that. So I'm using an example of a 42-year-old person, right? A guy that's 42 years old that says, hey, I need to save money. And they came into the office and we're sitting down with them and we're talking to them. All right. They want to retire at 65. They currently make $100,000 income. Great. The income growth every year, they still get a raise. This particular person gets a raise, 3% every year. And the current savings, they got $10,000 saved. All right. And they're getting a rate of return of 4%, just using that. All right. So here's what we're going to do. So what I do is I show him what his income potential and his wealth potential looks like. Because the reason I do this is because I want you to see the value of your money. See, your dollar is more valuable to you today than it is in the future. What do I mean by that? I mean this. I mean, the banks understand the value of your dollar. So because they understand it, the government understands the value of your money. So they get it. And why do they get it? Because they see that you're worth $5.2 million. That's your net worth. That's what you're going to be worth in 65 years, not at age 65. How is that possible? Let's talk about it. So when you start working your full-time job and you got in and they told you, we're going to pay you $100,000 a year income, right? As soon as they say that, the government knows about it. The banks know about it. The media know about it. They call each other on the phone and say, hey, we got this guy. He's about to get paid $100,000. The government said, well, you know what? We're going to take taxes out. So we're going to talk about that in a minute. But if you look at that situation, between 42 and 65, the amount of money that's going to pass through your hand is going to be $3.3 million. Imagine that. That's a lot of money. But of course, your job is not going to give it to you all at once. They're going to give it to you little by little via monthly or weekly cash flow, right? They're going to pay it to you little by little. Because what if they just gave you all that money and say, listen, you know what? We're going to just give you all your money today, the whole 3.3 million. We're not going to give you any more money until you're 65 years old. What would you do with that money as a smart person? What would you do with that money? Are you going to spend the money? Are you going to eat it? Are you going to just blow it up? So check this out. So a person is going to say, what if my job gives it to me, I could invest everything. If you're able to invest all of this money at a 4% rate of return, your wealth potential is $5.2 million. 5.2 mil. Whoa, that's a lot of money. But guess what? You don't get that. You don't know, because you only see 100,000, and you're like, man. And then by the time you look at your paycheck on every 2 weeks that you get paid, you're like, where's the money? And then you walk into the office of a financial advisor. So let's walk into the office of a financial advisor. So let's go in there. We're going to go to his office right now. All right. So let's do this. We're going to walk into his office. So we'll go to the financial advisor's office. But before we get to his office, let's talk about who is taking your money. Who got your money? Well, everyone else is interested in your money. Everybody is. So let's look at that. So taxes, the government, remember they said first, what did they say? They said, listen, this man just got income. They just offered him a job and they're going to pay him $100,000. So we're going to take our money out of it, taxes, right? So let's say 40% taxes. Now, wait, you might say 40%. There's no such thing as a 40% tax bracket. Wait. I'm not just talking about income tax. I'm not talking about state tax. I'm talking about income tax, your federal and state, whatever. I'm also speaking about the taxes you pay when you go buy food. So for every dollar you earn, 40 cents is going to go to taxes. So for every time you make money, the government, you buy grocery, they take taxes out. You go buy gas to drive to work, they take taxes out. You buy water, they take taxes out. You go buy clothes, they take taxes out. Man, some people are paying between 40 to 50% in taxes. Do you see why the wealthy spend a lot of money so they could minimize their tax bill? Trump, remember, that's what he did. Now, not just him, a lot of them. Then debt services. So let's look at what 40% looks like in your wealth potential where the government took it. The government just took $2 million of your hard-earned money. $2 million. Woo! And that's some crazy stuff. So that's not enough yet. All right. Then we gotta go to debt services, because you watched on TV, the media, and they said, man, the American dream, you're making $100,000, you need to own a home. You got to buy a house, get a mortgage. You're like, yes, I've come to America. Let me buy a house. I got to buy a house. And you walk into the bank, how much you make? I make six-figure income with your chest out. Make six-figure. Okay, cool. All right, we'll give you a loan. How much you want to buy? So now the banks are going to take their money, interest, right? Credit card interest. When you buy a car, interest, because you need a car to drive to work. So you got to pay interest. Everything, student loan interest. Those of you that went to college with the big degrees, you got interest. So every dollar you earn, 34 cents is gone to the banks. So let's look at how that looks like. So first off, remember this. 74% of your income is gone to other people. Oh my goodness, I don't want to look at the number. What is it? $3.8 million is gone to two people that are not even related to you. At least if they were your cousins or brothers or somebody you give that money to, that's, but man, 3.8 million. And they don't even say thank you to you. Imagine that. You don't get a thank you. No, they don't tell you that. In fact, they ruin your credit and say you're silly, you're bad, you're a bad person, you're worse. You're like, man, what am I doing? And you're home stressed out. Lifestyle. So this is where your financial advisor comes in. You say, okay, so you still gotta live, right? You gotta feed your family. You gotta go to the movies, when the movie comes out, the Wakanda, all the black folks, everybody we want to watch Wakanda. They go to the movie theater. So 23% of your income, hard-earned money, is gone to lifestyle. So look at that. $5 million of your hard-earned money is gone, done, over, gone, spent. All these people got it. And you're left with 3% to retire with at age 65. 3%. That means $180,000. That's it. How long would that money last you? You can't even breathe. They've taken it all. You didn't do anything wrong. But check this out. You go into the financial advisor. You say, I got to save. Man, I have $10,000. I know I'm earning 4%, but I think there's something better. There's something better. I keep seeing all these people talk about wealth. They're talking about all this money you could make in the stock market. I need to go talk to a financial advisor. And you go into his office or her office. And the first thing she says to you, she says, listen, I see you're saving, you have $10,000 in your account, currently saved, right? It's in the wrong account. You're making 4%, man, that's crazy. You shouldn't, I could get you a better rate of return. I could do better for you. Before I even go in there, we need to also cut down your lifestyle so you could save more. You need to have no life. Huh? Yes, you have no life. That means stop eating out, cut your cable, stop going to the football games, no man cave, none of that crap. You get rid of it. Eat ramen noodles, cut your belt, tighten your belt. I heard one crazy one that somebody said to some people at some church or whatever. And you know what they told them? They said, listen, if you do a birthday, this was the funniest thing. I was like, oh my goodness. If you have a birthday cake, save it so you can reuse it next year. Don't eat it all. What? Are you kidding me? I should use the same birthday cake that I ate in 2018, keep it for 2019, and keep it for 2020. Same cake. So just take a slice and tell everybody, okay, we're going to save it for the next birthday. Ridiculous stuff. I can't believe people are calling themselves financial advisors and giving those advice to people. That's ridiculous. But listen, so they say cut your lifestyle. You need to do all that. So I'm not going to tell you to do that. So that's not where we're going today. But let's say they go after the interest rate, because that's what they talk about. I could get you a better rate of return. We have this investment that's paying 8%, average 8% for over the last 10, 15 years. Really? Oh, I want to do that. Let's do it. All right, let's look at how it looks. Now, pay attention to these numbers. Pay attention to these two guys for me, okay? Pay attention, close attention to your $180,000 in your savings. Pay attention to this $5 million. So here's the answer, the question I'm about to ask, the question we're asking. Who's your financial advisor really working for when they give you this advice? So they get you a better rate of return. Let's look at that, 8%. How does that look? Let's simmer down over here. $8 million is spent, still gone to other people, and you're left with $316,000. How long would that money last you? You're 65 years old. How long would that last you? You make $100,000 today at 65 and you only have $316,000 saved. How long would it last you? This is why we have so many families, so many people going back to work at age 65. They've saved, they've done everything. And guess the worst part, the thing that gets me, because a lot of this money is sitting. You know where it's sitting? This 316,000 is sitting in some 401k account. So they're it's sitting there. And then when you retire, after you've paid all these taxes, you know how much money you just paid in taxes? Let's look at that. All this tax money, $1.3 million, 3.4 million of your wealth in taxes. The government still has the nerve to tax you on this. And then when they take taxes, guess what? You still got to pay taxes when you go to the grocery store. You still got, why are you still paying taxes at age 65? I still don't get it. All you people that are fighting for Republicans, Democrats, and all that nonsense that you are fighting for, deceiving yourself, fighting for politicians that have a different retirement plan for themselves and their families, and you're sitting around fighting for them instead of you telling those people, stop taxing me at retirement. I don't mind paying taxes as I grow, but when I reach retirement, don't tax me. I'm 65 years old. What am I going to do? Let me live out the rest of my life. But oh well, I got a solution. So check this out. So as a financial planner, this is what I do. I'm not going to talk about this 8%. We're not going to be chasing rate of return. That's not what I do. I'm not interested in chasing the market. So I'm going to bring this back down to 4%. We're going to recalculate, all right, back to our regular number. But here's what I do, what makes me unique and different. First off, by you seeing that money go up, right? When we put it at 8%, you saw how the government made more money. The banks made more money. That's why I asked that question. Your financial advisor that is advising you, are they working for the banks? Because remember, they told you to put all that money in a savings account. They told you to put more money in your 401k. So they're really working for the government and the banks. I mean, I just proved it, and they said, well, I'm going to get you a higher interest rate. You need to fund your 401k, put more money in there. They tell you that, and they made the bank and the government rich. $8.3 million. That's a lot of money that they just made you give to the federal government and to the banks. That's crazy. So here's what we do. So I'm going to come back again and bring this back down to the regular 4%. Not exciting. It's not sexy, right? It's 4. All right, cool. But here's what makes me unique and different from all these so-called financial advisors. I'm going to go after the thing that they don't want to touch. You know why they don't want to touch it? Because they're scared. They don't even know how to do it. They don't even know the rules. See, if you don't know the rules, you can't play. Remember, I said Trump earlier, he's your president, right? Guess what? He said, I'm following the tax rules. So I'm like, what is he talking about? So I started researching what he's talking about, which means the government say, listen, It's okay to find ways to do what? Minimize the amount of taxes that you're paying. It's okay to minimize it. We don't mind if you find ways to minimize your tax. We just don't want you to do what? Tax evasion. That's illegal. So guess what? What if I could help you minimize the amount of tax that's coming out of your pocket and bring this down to 22%? I'm just going to use that number. Why? Now watch this. It's not going to go to debt. It's going to go to lifestyle. It's going to go to your savings. Now you're saving more money. Look at that. Now we got 1.1 million saved just by minimizing taxes. Now, what about debt? Debt services. What if I could show you how to be debt-free in less than 9 years without you spending any additional money? Folks, bring your debt to zero, because the key is debt-free. Get your credit score high like mine, 850. Why not? So you become a king, right? Look at that. Now we're saving 55% income, putting away 55%. Look at how it looks. $2.8 million. The only money now that's sitting there is my lifestyle money. And I didn't change my lifestyle. I left it where it's at because I want to build more. Now with that, I could do the things I love to do. I don't have to eat ramen noodles. I could eat at whatever restaurant I want to eat at. You know why? Because I'm putting away 55% of my income. 80% of Americans are only putting away 3% of their income for retirement. 80%. Why do you think people are so stressed and they're broke? Because they're doing the wrong things. 55% of your income. Imagine you're able to put away that amount of money. And guess what? I didn't even mess with the interest rate. The interest rate wasn't even touched. It's still 4%. Now look at that. You could decide if you want to reduce your lifestyle yourself. I don't have to do that. I don't have to tell you that. I believe you got to enjoy your money. You got to enjoy life. Your kids need to remember and know who you are. Some of you work so hard, your children don't even know you. They don't even see you. See, I get the joy when my kids say, Daddy, let's have daddy fun time. I'm like, let's do it. And we start playing games, doing different, whatever they want to do, spending that time. And guess what? They just that first hour, they love it. We love it. That's the lifestyle I want for you. Be able to travel. Imagine you're able to go to the places you want to visit. Wouldn't that make a big difference in your life? Why do you keep doing the same thing over and over and over and expecting different results? It's not going to happen. You just need to tweak, change your mindset, change the way you're thinking, the way all these people, those jokers that tell you all this stuff. And some of them, ask them where their money is at. Those ones telling you to tighten your belt, man. You got to tighten your belt. That stuff never made sense to me, family. It never did. I never understood it. I'm like, man, a guy working 9 to 5 every day. Some of them work 2 jobs. You're going to tell him to cut down his lifestyle? Why don't help him reduce taxes? Show him ways you could minimize his taxes. Minimizing taxes don't mean you need to defer. It doesn't mean, oh, I need to put my money in a retirement and postpone the tax. That's not minimizing taxes. You're just saying, I don't want to pay today. I'm going to pay in the future. Folks, I just want to do this real quick and help you get your mind, start thinking. This is 2020. It's 2020. Folks, get this. Your life, your future life depends on you making the right decision today. All right? So I just want to do that real quick, help you get it. Listen, do me a favor. Share the video if it empowers you, if it makes sense to you, if what I was sharing makes sense to you, and it's something that you feel somebody else could benefit from, share with them. Let them learn and start thinking outside the box, right? Share the video. Do that for me. All right? Again, don't listen to people that are giving you the wrong advice. Now, they're giving you advice based on their knowledge because they get the information from the media and the banks and the government. They give them the information and they pass it on to you. But if the bank is giving you information and the government is giving you information, do you think the information is to benefit you or the bank and the government. Of course, it's them to benefit the bank and the government. So stop listening to those people because they don't know what they're talking about at all. All right. Thank you so much. Appreciate you all. Listen, continue being strong, being empowered. Continue doing what you're supposed to do. And we'll call it a day. Have a great weekend. Enjoy it. Thanks so much. More power to you. More blessings. Bye-bye.